All right, a new month. It is December 1st, Tuesday, 3:30 in the market. It'll be closed at 4 East Coast time, the stock market. Most of the movers, a lot of newbies, are nowhere 9:30 to 4 Monday to Friday. And, the big moves are going to happen between, 8 to 11, 8 a.m. pre-market, probably to like 11. You have other moves late day, midday. Midday is usually about 12 to 2. After 2, you have your late day push till 4. So let's go over the movers today. Dow Jones was plus 211. It was up higher, it came back a little bit. S&P plus 41. NASDAQ plus 149. Small caps plus 18. VIX is up slightly, 2076. Gold 1818 was up 37.35. Silver 24.10. Crude 44.59 was down 1.65%. And the big news, I think it was stimulus. I'm not really paying attention to the news because it drives you nuts. So I think it was stimulus news. They're talking about that again. They've been talking about it for seems like a year at this point. So, but let's look at the small caps. Small caps are hot today. They've been really good lately. A lot of different movers, different type of movers. Let's start off with years. I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh. All right, RS Medical reports positive in vitro efficiency data for AM301 in protecting against SARS and COVID-2 infection. That was 9 a.m. Global Newswire. Then I had another one, 9:10 a.m. That's the earliest I've seen it. Could be. Oh, no, that was the other one. That was November 20. So December 1st. I mean, sometimes news comes out. If you have a news service, you can get even faster news. So, but that's what it was. And this is a low float. Trade Ideas is 4 million. Finbiz is about 6 million, 6.5 million. So positive news. And, as far as I can see, 9 a.m. Here's the 5-minute candle. Let's go to the 3-minute. Look at this 3-minute candle. So news breaks. So low float news. And, this is a penny stock. That's all right for a massive move up. And this moved, see from the bottom here, 111 to 650. It's over a $5 move. So that's incredible. This is what you want. That's why small caps, for the most part, from $1 to $10. But you can have stocks $15, $20 move $5, $10, $15. So here's the news. So you see news, top gainers, looking at the top gainers, pre-market, sometimes they'll fizzle. Sometimes you just can't zone in on one, and that'll be the stock. So, this happened at 9. This didn't happen at 7, 8 a.m. Highs bother me. So, here's the move here. 3-minute comes down. You're watching it. What's the volume here? 940,000. 132. And then what do you see? The good old 13 EMA, 20 EMA. And then this moves up. There's your 150 line. Moves up to 179 and comes back and then takes off. Look at this. Hugging the 13 until we come down. That's the 3-minute. And I use 3, 5, and 10. I don't really go to the 1 and 2 because it's too many candles. It's good for scalpers. It'll throw you all over the place mentally. But if you can do it and you're that quick and you see these candles, you have quick moves, it's really good. All right, so let's draw the line. So when you see these stocks, you see news, now what do you do with it? A lot of, this is for a lot of new trainers. I do these videos too, for myself to look back to see what I could have done better. As the stock moves, where to get in, where to get out. And, a lot of newer traders, there's a lot of information out here. It's not a lot of right information. So hopefully this can help people. So when you have this 150 line, about 153 here, see you have high day pre-market. Nothing crazy here. You don't see candles all over the place, moving up and down. So pretty simple to read. And then you see this starting to move, okay, right here. Okay, it's going down. You're seeing what's it going to do. You have here today's open, today's close. And this line here went to about 132 right here on the low. Now, what do you see here? The 1320 EMA. So there was my initial stop. And then if it went here and it goes here, that's your secondary because that's the candle right here. Here's the base, the bottom of the candle. So, you know, here it is in the 5 minute. And then you're seeing, okay, what's it going to do? You have high day. Now you can play this a few ways. You can see this come down. Now, once you see this candle, now it's tough though. They're getting here 132. Where's it here? This opened the low 132. This opened at 135. Yeah, 135.40. But you have high a day at 150 and you're playing this. You know, you can play. It's hard to judge this line now. If you put the lines too close, you can't really see. 125 didn't come down there, but you just look at the 20, about 135, 140. That's why you need a bigger space too. Just because it goes 135, 140, you know, you gotta have room here. I mean, if you can put bigger size and you're down a lot, it doesn't bother you, then you know that's great. It's great for traders with a huge account. 150 here, and so there it is. Your high day break, and you're keeping your stop here and here. That are my two stops. Then as it goes up, you know, 13, you don't see nothing here to sell. There's nothing right here. The 5 minute, you see this come down. Now you could sell here. That's a good gain. 150 to 3 or 350, almost 350. And then, like I said before, I'm giving it to here and even the secondary. That's stuck here. All right, so that's the first line of defense. Second, and you see it doesn't even come through here, but you can give it here if you want to play that. This is to create longer gains, bigger gains. You know, no one wants to get in and get out like, oh, I'm getting out right away. It's a lot of new panicky traders. You don't want to be that way. Yeah, so we go up here, another one, but it didn't confirm down here. Didn't confirm, and that's why you use the higher time frame. Once you're into, go to the 5, 10, 15, and then right here, and this is where you have, you know, you use math in your head. So if 150 to 3, and then this goes to 550. You know, that is like a $4 gain. You want to take a gain there. All right, then it came back. And then look at your support again. That's 20 EMA. Then came back, you know, it faded again. Now let's look at the 10 minute. See, the 10 minute would have been tough right here. It played at 150, but it had 4 red candles and popped. There's your wick. There's your wick. The 10 minute was smooth. There's no sell till here. So you see it at least coming through on this run up. In the 15, there's $5 line. All right, now going back. So let's say, you know, how many shares should you use here? That depends on your account. You know, if you have a big account, what your stop loss is 300, 200, 500, 1,000. On these, you got to be wary too. Small caps will rip low, high. You don't know. This could come back really hard here. And you have to beware. So you don't want to be stopped out either. So just trying to see 200, 600. If you have 600, it goes to 150. Just say you have a quarter, you know, quarter line here. This is what's less. 25's here, 25 cents. You have 600 shares. If you're down here, it's only 150. You'll be down just 150. That's nothing. And then you play, you see, you play here, and you see it's starting to move. You know, 600, 150. What is that? 150. It's 4 minus 16. What's that? 386, 384. So that's 2,300 right there. I'll show it to you. Can you see it? 2,300, 2,300. I can't see it. All right, so, you know, from here to here, only on 600 shares. And like I said, if you're down here, oh, it's down, it didn't work 150. You're only down 150. You can still just see what it's going to do. You got to give it room. Got to give it space. If you have 1,000 here and you're down quarter, it's only 250. 1,200 times a quarter, what's that? 300. Now, if you did 1,200 times 3.84, you're up 4,600 in one day. 4,600. 300. See, my main stop loss is now, it all depends. Each day is different. You got to look at the chart. You got to see the news. Is it a strong setup? Now, this had news. It had low float. It had, yeah, a lot of volume starting to come in here. See, this is a 3 million. And then top gainer. Penny stock traders are looking at this. So you have to fill the criteria there. Now, A plus setup, whatever your A plus setup is, but 1,200. Look at this. That could have been 4,600 right to here. And because remember I said the 1-2, got to give it room. And here, then he starts to see that third candle, and it's good profit, 150 to 4. Try to extend these profit, taking charts here. You want to get in, get out real fast. We all want to do that. Every day is different. It's never going to be exact. So, was this an A plus setup? Pretty much. Pretty much because you had the news, you had low float, and then you had, top gainer, penny stock. Everyone's looking at this. All traders are doing this, trading this. And that's what was the volume today. 291 million in volume. Very liquid, people in and out. Let's get to the 1 minute too. Now, see the 1 minute? People are seeing these candles. Like, you can see it more in depth where you're at. And this thing rode at 20 and 13 the whole way too. There's the 2 minute. And the 2 minute on this was good. But you have to stick to your, how you trade. You have to stick to your plan. 3 minute was pretty good. And the reason you get a higher time frame, you want to take out all them smaller candles, the 1, the 2, up and down. It's just going to throw you off if you use that. All right, so once again, see this? Get great support to 20, and everything starts very low. And then, it's going to explode up. And that's what it did here. So let me see 1,200 again. It's 4,600, Jesus. It's one day. And my stop, well, your stop's going to be there. See, it's really tight. I mean, you could come through that really fast. That's like 18. You'd be down 216 like that. In a full quarter. Full quarter, right here, you're down 300. That just went to like 112. You're down 456. Now that's the issue. You want to see you're trading, you're down 300. Is that going to bother you? Are you going to get you're going to get totally upset by that? It depends how you trade, what your risk tolerance is. If it had been 800, it's not bad. 800 times 16, it's 128. 800 times a quarter, you're down 200 right there. So 800 times 3.84, you're up 3,000 in one day, following the plan. And like I said, you don't need a lot. In these stocks 110, you don't need a lot of size. Unless your account's huge, but anything from 100 shares to 1,200, you're making great gain. So that's ears. And you can see here the chart. Again, these are junk stocks, but they'll come up. Look at these spikes. And then eventually this thing is ripped. Ripped. I don't even use VWAP no more. I don't even think you need. Let me see a chart with VWAP. See, VWAP's putting, let me see the 5-minute. VWAP's putting underneath good support. But it's like, if you have the 1320, you don't need it. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't, or the 9 EMA, it doesn't do nothing. It does nothing for me. That's just and there's so many ways to trade. I mean, you can use it if you want. All right, so that's ears. Top gainer, COVID news, low float. This is how you make money. Give a small account too. Keep your risk. There's your first risk in this, your support, and there's your second. That's how you play it. If you want to play 100, 200, 400, 800, 1,000, the greater risk, the greater reward. And you're not going to hit all these. It could come down. This could come down and not work. Nothing works 100% of the time. So it's just part of the game. That I always say use caution because you don't want to be stopped out. Like you get 600 shares, you're down a quarter. It's only 150. That's nothing. And look where it went. And even on that, you didn't have to sell here. You could have waited for that second move again, like I said. But once you have that good of gain, if you have a gain 500 to 2,000 one day, that's a great gain. Don't get too greedy too. That's the main goal, to make 500 to 2,000. If you make a few trades, if you make a few trades in even in the month, you hit like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, just a few trades in a year, that's 36,000 just trading part-time. All right, so this is years. Here's PETZ. 150 just exploded up. These stocks were exploding out of nowhere, these penny stocks. Here's eyes. Right at 130. This is an ascending triangle. Here's your move up. And you're like, okay, what's it going to do? Keep going. Nope. Came back down. Support again. 1320 EMA. Came up. Came back down. And then explodes over 130 to 230. It's a $1 gain. $1 gain is great. And on this, see the space? Tighter, tighter, smaller, because your 1320 is riding up. You always want to make a trade on this to the right. So once you see the space, if it's one touched again, probably after 2 touches, it could go 3 to 4, somewhere in that range. Because you can see this riding up, your low's getting higher. And then it rides up. Just going back to ears, this is this too, to get in the beginning. You can still, remember, like I said, see here, 272 line, your 175 line. You're playing line to line, remember I said? So bottom of the screen, middle, like top. So right here's the middle, you still have time. So 3, you can play your 250 line. So that's been working too. That seems like legit formula on your screen. Because wherever your screen is, the low, then you're going to move in the middle, and then the top. See this? Look at this move, another one, DRTT. Really tight candles and explodes up. CAAP, explosion from 425 to 550. Here's Arlo. This is straight up momentum. MBRX, look at this thing. This is a massive, pump stock. Look at this, has been pumped so many times. Straight up momentum, pre-market. Like I said, look at it, straight up, too fast, down, down, and fades. ADMP, little penny play. This wasn't a bad move either. And to your moves, your top 10 stocks, you should get a few that'll be good longs. And just concentrate on one or two. CDAK, Kodiak Biosciences, not bad right here. Nothing pre-market. Just came up. Look at that big candle. When you see a big green candle, it's a great sign of things to come. Then you want the 14 line. And then this pulls back. Can't play this 70. It's real tight. I mean, you can play it. And then 14 and takes off to 1850. Yeah, it's a $4 gain. You see on this 14. Yeah, you bought 400 shares at 1600 right there. Mogo. This is a former mover. See on this, I think that might be pre-market TC2000. It's kind of sketchy there. It could be a misprint. And these move fast. These move, very fast pre-market. You got to be ready. BlackBerry. This was a good pre-market move. This was at 805. 7, pretty clean here. Then strong pullback. Right to your 1320 EMA. Get it a 10-minute. See 10-minute, you can see this hold. It's going to hold right here at 775. Look at this. Hold, and then it goes up. So this is really good. You could get this pre-market. Pre-market was pretty solid. That's a nice pre-market. Nothing too weird about the chart. So 775, this went to 950. See this right up. Got to see where support is. Pretty much 775, but it went as low as 761. See, that's where they try to stop you out. On these like lines here, they'll bring it a little bit below. And this took off. So BlackBerry was huge. Down here, CRBP. This is a great short. 5 a.m. See the move? It's like playing the open or something. They're opens here though. They're playing this game and it's way early. And then straight down, pyramid, shooting star, and there it goes. It's a great short. CEMI. Here's a TLS. This wasn't bad either. Higher price stock. Nothing going on. Here's your big candle. Next line 2050. Next line 21. Yeah, you can do the half lines too. 2025. I'm getting up here now. Then pulls back and then moves higher. That's really good long. Take it line to line and number to number. Coles. Look at this stock right here. Like the whole market's so pumped. This thing's 22 to 36. Incredible. Here's PACB. Big candle. Next move. Where's this low? 1654. Like I said, see that? 1650. You put in 1655, you hit that low candle. They do that. They're trying to not take it to the price exactly. I've seen this so many times now. AQG, this is silver. Now right over 41.50. All right. So some great longs today. As it's 3:54, a little bit more to go. And you can see too, the volume started to really increase here, really peak. This went to 12. Afterwards, this kind of moves, continue, but after the move between 9, 11, even sometimes 12, mainly 9, 11, you're going to have choppiness. You'll have here and then bounce. Sometimes they'll fade down. That's what they do. The main moves are like 8 to 11, 12 p.m. That's the main volatility for small caps. People want to jump in late here, and you could get in here at 450. It's still like a dollar, over $1.50 gain. So the main thing again, look for news. If it has news, that's a plus. 1. News is a plus. If it has low float, 2. 3, top gainer traders will be looking at this, and make sure it's legit news. And good volume, liquidity, and play your line to line. Don't have to just get in here at the beginning too. You can get in here at each line. See each line, 3, 350, 550. So that's on that. Let me see here, top 1. That was later in the day. Highs wasn't a bad move. This wasn't as good, the volume. That was a straight up rocket. CDAK was pretty good. So you're gonna have a few longs in the top 5, top 10. BlackBerry, even the top. This is like my top 25, but so there's ears. Now the market's so strong, usually doesn't affect penny stocks, but it seemed like when we went down in that lull, it was like a few weeks ago, and the market was really going down. Small caps are slow. Usually they don't follow the market or care, but I still think if the market's really strong, it does help. More traders are trading, liquidity is strong, everything like that. So all right, so we're late day. It's about a minute to go. You can see this like fading a little bit. See the volume come off a little bit on the 5-minute joy line here. It kind of decreased. And I don't worry about stochastics really on day trading. It's mainly just I'm looking at 1320, looking to see what it's doing in the chart, the volume, seeing how it plays out. See it fading there. Like people are trading this late. I have no idea why. I think they're shorting, but the main move's done. Yeah, unless you're shorting, but see what a SPY is. See the SPY overbought. It keeps staying overbought. It's like a 94. It's so overbought. 4 hour, 2 hours. No sign of really a sell yet. So no major news, no pullback. Here's the VIX trying to hold in here. It's just trying to come up or go down. Sliding. Yeah, if this moves up, it's going to move up huge. But right now, the volatility, if this goes below 22, then it's going to go really low. It's going to go probably to like 15. But see that oversold here? See divergence starting to come up very slightly. So markets are getting way overbought. You don't want to buy in the high of the market in that pandemic from March. Now it's at all-time high. It just doesn't make sense. And they keep putting in this good news that stimulus and all this, and there's been what do you call it? Cases are keep rising, 200,000 a day. And you also have, besides the cases, you have the vaccine news, which, all good news is coming out, but you got to distribute to everyone. Like, 300 million people have to take it. That could take more. I think everyone by June and July will take it. It doesn't make sense. It's a lot of like forward thinking. Oh, this is how it's going to happen, but we're not there yet. We'll see what's going on. Everything's still closed in all these cities. Restaurants, bars, gyms, offices, everything's kind of messed up. So, definitely get a spike back eventually. What's UVXY doing? See this move from 22 down to 11. Look at this. Yeah, this could spike anytime. This has a real good spike at 16, 17. Still fading now. The 4 hour. Back and forth. See that? All right, so this today was good. Good lesson on lungs again, on ears, your top play of the day. Yeah, and you don't have to play the top play. You can play anything you want. You just want to play the best, the best plays that'll give you the best risk reward and like the easiest trades too. There's choppy trades, choppy charts. Yeah, this had a move right here. Had news. It looks like a ascending triangle too. Or a flat top breakup over 150, 155. They're playing probability, risk reward, news, low float. So he's put everything together and it makes sense. And like this didn't come out till 9. So sometimes each day you're playing, there might not be news in the morning. It might come out something late, like 8, 9, 9:30. They'll break news. Usually they break it early, but that's on that. All right, so that's it for today. Please subscribe and like the channel. Mike Kinnon Trades. I'm also on StockTwits. Mike Kinnon Trades. Twitter. I think it's under Mike 007. I'm not sure. That's it. Have a good day. Peace.